you, all of you, points sweeping across the audience, are in Xanathos, the ancient kingdom, cavern kingdom that once was, but no one really ever found out what happened to it, aside from the place is desolate now. Many of the buildings intact in like the sort of Pompeii-esque way of being preserved, dirt and dust and other sediments kicking up and lingering on them, of course. But no people. No people. Not until recently, that is, where the corruption has taken hold. Where once it was this wide, sprawling hive city, no pun intended, of dark slate grays, blacks, maybe some finery of white marbles and brass fittings here and there of buildings. It is now corrupted itself. You see growthy organic biomass segments that span around the city, growing in odd angles, bulbous capacities, some even thoroughly flooding and filling formerly empty buildings. And that's, of course, not to mention the denizens, the new arrivals, so to speak, which is all the corrupted. And not just corrupted that are from the nearby vicinity, they're here too, but many corrupted seem to flock here, almost like this place is a staging ground of sorts as the corruption expands. In the past, recent past, the corruption just sort of spread all around, omnidirectionally, with no real rhyme or reason aside from pushing outward. These days, the corruption has gained some sort of direction or purpose or agenda. Now, it has targeted skirmishes and expansions, particularly targeting vulnerable or weaker settlements or breaches in cavern systems. And as it rallies its forces, it rallies them here in Xanathos, deep, deep, deep in the Underdwell. And Xanathos goes deeper still. When you guys arrived here, not too long ago, man, not even a day, you guys arrived towards the top lair. Xanathos is a peculiarly designed cavern kingdom. You go down to get into the more richer or finer or nobler segments, districts. And it begins like funneling. So just to do like a really quick illustration, no one knows how the cavern is actually designed in terms of structural capacity, but for Xanathos, you have layers of the more common areas, the craftsman areas, so on and so forth. A literal funnel downward. Upside down pyramid scheme. You guys arrive where all travelers arrive, at the top layer. And are greeted with a lovely Hades style, Hades the game, and I guess maybe Hades like the underworld of mythology, but Hades the video game style overlook on seeing this massive, massive city laid out in a manner similar to you being on a low altitude plane flying over, like, I don't know, Los Angeles or something like that. Except it's way bigger. A bigger Los Angeles. What a nightmare. There are certain segments of the city that have concentrations of this corruption growing, and other segments still that are dark. No light, immediately visible movement, this distance at least, so on and so forth. And the other thing still is there are holes, chasms that span around the place. No particular rhyme or reason to them, but they are massive, the size of several buildings in terms of their diameter. Huge. They are the pox marks of sorts in this Hive City network, which is otherwise a sprawl of bridges and hanging buildings, or building landings and platforms and plateaus. For, I don't know, mental imagery, those you've seen the Avatar: Last Airbender, you know, something like an Earth Kingdom city, right? All the buildings are connected in one way, shape, or like Venice in a certain regard. All the buildings are connected one way, shape, or form, either using rooftops as bridges, bridges as bridges, stairways that bend around the corner and likely lead to some other stairway connection. Truly an urban paradise or nightmare, depending on how well you know the city. But here is where your quarry lay. And you guys are headed by, well, you guys didn't think you guys were gonna dodge character introductions, did you? You guys didn't think so. Nina, since you are expedition leader, you start us out. Who is the lead on this?
The lead of this little band of I don't even know what to call us. Warriors, wanderers,
Bugs.
is bugs. is
Bunny.
Sere, a red cloaked individual who packs fairly light. Notably, she does have an assortment of throwing knives and some instruments that she keeps just kind of on her at all times. She also, I haven't decided actually if her head is a mask or if that's just what her head looks like. I would like it to be that that's essentially what her carapace looks like. She's definitely more bug-like in her features, even though she is humanoid in shape.
Approved.
So, beautiful. She carries all sorts of little symbols, I guess, on her. Like, her cloak is just ornate in a way. Notably, she does have forearms, that two of which she keeps tucked underneath the cloak unless they become useful. She stalks about very wary of this location, seeing as she is the leader in this whatever mission, I guess.
We'll get to the mission in due time.
Yeah, but seeing as she is the leader, she does take the very front, unless others are foolish enough to want to go head first into something they may not know what they're getting into. Where you said we can kind of, like, are we on some kind of landing that she could crouch to look over?
Yes.
Yeah, she's doing that right now.
You're looming like Batman.
Yeah.
Here's the token.
Yeah, thank you.
La token. And I only forced you to go first because you are the lead, but now we can randomly determine the next people.
Hey.
We're going to use the roll 20 order on the bottom there. I jam rolled that. I don't know why. my muscle memory went to GM. Alright. Takes us to Garth. Garth. Who are you playing? I don't know if you're... I will say, for you and Fred, I don't know if your characters... It's your call. I don't have call-ins one way or the other. If they have the sentience to have names.
I would say... Normally, I would say no, because he is, like, just a massive... But through some... I'd say genetic mishap more than anything. He does, in fact, have 3 heads, so he does have a bit of a larger brain, because he has a multitude of smaller brains.
Oh, he outsources the thoughts.
Yeah, he outsources thoughts.
Perfect.
But in that aptitude, because he has one bigger brain that's split into multiple small brains, basically, The senses on them are a little off, so each head kind of pulls a see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil kind of thing, where one can't talk, one can't see, one can't read. So they work in unison, but they have something of the ability sentient rather than just like being a bug. They go by Testudo. Or wait, no, Testudo.
Testudo.
Yes, I added an N unintentionally the first time I said it. Yeah, as
No. You gotta describe first before you guys can drop tokens. You know how it goes.
He's just a very, very large beetle. He does lumber around on two. Has like some small like appendages that are supposed to be like kind of like crawling or grabbing kind of like hooks, but they are rarely ever. And his arms end in hand structures, but the chitin on them has kind of grown in a way that makes it so that he does not really have the dexterity normally. So they're more like big clubs or big ass claws. Yeah, and he's like a big gray carapace, which, if we've ever had the stealth in the time coming down here, you would notice that he is strangely stealthy for basically a giant.
You and the Sunken Horrors both.
Yeah, they're probably stealthier considering. But like, sometimes it's just look around. It's like, wait, hold on, where the fuck did he go?
There we have it.
That's a bug.
Oh my god, he's huge.
Make
He's a
him
big bug.
big and put him behind all of us.
Well, no. You'll see why.
Ooh, okay. This could just
There's a
big
bigger
behind us.
bug.
Alec.
No.
All right. Is how well we know each other up to our own discretion?
I leave it up to you guys. Like, we'll talk. We'll cut back to out of game stuff after this, just to do like a quick touch base.
Right.
But I leave it up to you guys. Like, how well you guys like. You guys might not know each other on a uniform level either.
Okay. I think at the very least he would know Sarai well enough for her to know that I am playing Laertes, which I'll put the spelling in chat. Though to the other two, you would probably know him primarily as Atlas, as it says there. For like normal human sizes, he's pretty big. He's not on Testudo's level, but he's pretty big. He's a tall fella with sort of carapace helmet. That is not actually part of his body. He has a bug head underneath that these two... actually, how many are here? Is it 4 or did I zoom in? 6. He's got like sort of 6 spines that sort of snake through the helmet and come back behind his head in very harsh points. He is sentient. He wears clothes. He has like a sort of like red tabard he wears under 2 very large, sort of like black iron, almost not quite iron because, you know, where are we going to find the metal? But I guess a dark, shiny carapace pauldrons. On his left hip, he has sheathed a very large cleaver with like a very harsh curve at its tip. Definitely more of a slashing weapon than a thrusting weapon. Meanwhile, on his right, which, you know, would typically be the arm that draws the blade, is a cape. And beneath it, I think by this point, you would all know there is nothing. In contrast to Saray's forearms, he only has the one. If pressed about it, he would just say that he lost it to corruption, and now he fights left-handed, thanks to a good friend teach me how. Anything else I need to? Oh, no. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that guy.
Sick.
And last, but certainly not least. Oh wow, Fred, it's you. Wow.
Oh my god, I didn't see this coming.
We do this bit every time, and I'll never not chuckle at it.
It's always funny.
Okay. His name is Eliphas, and he is a hulking mass of carapace and chitin, bipedal, three-horned, well, two now, with
you lost
big,
one.
like lumber-thick arms that they have hands, but they also have these claws that extend above the hands like blades.
Either.
One on each. They don't extend or retract, they're just there always. They look like they could be good for cutting and burrowing. He has a very halting presence, an intensity to his eyes that's unsettling. And he's a big fella, 8 foot tall, wide like a barn door, lumbering, deceptively quick on his feet. He is probably one of the most battered and scarred individuals you've seen.
He's a veteran. Anything else?
No, he barely has any gear on.
Based. Then here's the token. Look at that. You guys technically have a 5th person here, but Cop isn't here. We're not going to worry about it. I'm not going to describe him either. You guys can meet him as players in the main game. But here, I won't make either of them larger than the other. But I have an idea.
Oh, okay.
I got to turn off this GM there because shit's getting in my way.
Scary dog privilege.
You have 2 big
Oh my
evil
God.
scary dogs.
Nope, wrong. Flip horizontal. Here we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to shrink down the name so I can get a picture of this.
Okay, and then put to back.
We really, it does kind of
And
come
I-
off as like we're just strays that you kind of picked up on the road.
I was thinking about that, and I think it'd be really funny if it was like, I just need...
No, you need to show your left hand there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. Whereas Sarah's dexterousness. There you go.
You can see the broken off horn too.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Alright, I'm taking a screenshot.
Oh, she's
This is tough. Shots. Everybody!
Garth,
So-
are you going to change your name or what?
I fully forgot.
No, it's Jen, dude.
No, I am inside.
Oh my
the
God, I
other.
love
He got polymorphed by the fucking hag, or not the hag, the crone.
The crone.
He finally got that bug armor he wanted. Just not that he wanted
I consider this only
The
a W.
monkey's paw curls. So we'll whip out of game real fast.
On call.
Yeah, that's right. Whip it out. Come on. How much? So coming to Xanathos is like going. Not only was this place now confirmedly the heart of the corruption. The place was taboo territory. Like, if you go there if you want to die, I guess. Zone, right? So the place was already notorious before the corruption took it over. So coming down here is no small feat in the first place, and it's not an easy stroll to just wander into Xanathos. One does not just walk into Xanathos. So what would Sarai have told this team as to why they're here? Team assemble.
So, quick question for Alec. Does Atlas prefer to be referred to as Atlas, like, publicly?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm probably just not going to use the other name at all. But it's good to know. Mostly because I also forget how to say it. How close were you thinking Sarah and Atlas would be?
I think that depends heavily on how close Sarai would be to Reduvius. I imagine Atlas is a sort of, not pet project, but he is a sort of student to Reduvius in some small capacity. Whatever Reduvius would say, Atlas would consider him his friend. And he probably, when Sarai decided to come down here, he probably insisted upon himself coming along with.
Okay. If... Because I know Sarah and Reduvius, they aren't close, but they're not like fighting. You know, it's like whatever.
I date my sister.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think if Atlas was fairly easygoing or agreeable, then they'd be pretty close, I think. If Atlas
He's
is
got
willing to.
He's got tsundere energy.
There you go. There you go.
Then I think Sarah would trust you enough to tell you why we're here, the full details. Make sure that you know what you're getting into. The other two, I'm curious what you guys were thinking or would want relationship-wise between Sarah and.
I will say, like, you are absolutely at liberty to tell you, like, just tell everyone as players why you're here, and then everyone will just roll it back for what their characters know. Because because two of these characters are not living beyond today.
At least two.
At least two of these characters are not living beyond today. The death warrant has already been signed. so that's why I'm like, everyone's gonna have to roll back information
Yeah.
when they go back to their Pathfinder characters anyway. So if it makes today easier, you're absolutely free to just drop info.
Sure. Then I will. But I am still curious. So something for you two to think about. I would say that Sarah probably selects the people she's close with carefully. And she probably doesn't have the biggest number of friends, but those she considers friends, she's very close with. So keep that in mind. But I leave it up to you two, how close we are. We are here to hunt one of Sari's kin, actually, one of her siblings. Atlas, you would know, I feel, that this is kind of an ongoing thing. She's been doing this since as far back as she was able to. Like, as soon as she was able to, she started hunting her kin. The brief explanation is she knows she needs to. She's not entirely sure why, but she needs to. Specifically, the one that we're hunting today is, how do I say that? Siren?
Siren.
I don't know what Sarah would know about this one.
She's like the last in your pursuits. She is the eldest sibling. And you've noticed a trend that the older they've been, the more nasty the fights have been. Not to say they all fight in the same way. There probably has been a notable division of specializations across the siblings you've fought in so far. But again, you just know that it gets harder and harder as you punch upward. And this is your eldest sibling, so this one's gonna be the worst one.
Yeah.
And that's not even talking about the fact that you're in fucking Xanathos.
Yeah. So I feel like she would have probably pitched it close to a suicide mission. Close. She doesn't expect to die, but
It's gonna be rough.
I need you to bring your A game. If you're coming, you're going all in.
Mass Effect 2 mission.
Survive.
So-
I don't know what else there is to share, but
No, I think that's about it. You are hunting down a single person in an entire hive city. You do not know if Cyrene is or isn't corrupted. You might be following the equivalencies of her zombie here. That being said, when things get corrupted, they usually become nastier. So, yeah, if they're already going to be bad before they were corrupted, they're going to be even worse if they are corrupted. So, in a way, you're sort of hoping they aren't corrupted. If nothing else, because it'll be an easier fight. But we'll see. You've been following rumor, word of mouth, that they went this way. You haven't visually sighted them yourself. But generally in the Underdog, people keep to their own business, but they're also mindful of travelers. Right? So they're like, oh, this person, they went that way, or stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like, would she have, like, I imagine her siblings look pretty similar to her, considering.
Some of them do. Some
Okay.
of them look notably different.
Would she have any descriptors for Serene?
Cyrene has reported that she's a lot, like, not reported, like someone has a actual report for you, but they are more humanoid than you are. Let's see what else I describe to you. They're more humanoid than you are. They're probably as or more dexterous, and they do have. Whereas Reduvius had Elytra because he killed something and has some weird capability of adapting it to his own form. Serene has Elytra naturally.
Okay.
So they can't fly. Or at least glide. But aside from that, they're probably as wrapped up as you are. Most travelers are wrapped up, in fairness.
Mm-hmm. You can see, but I was nodding.
Mm-hmm. Odin ring nod.
I think for Eliphas, you would have probably found him wandering, searching for corrupted, looking for a place to die.
Oh my god!
No, he had
You want to join a suicide mission?
Oh my god!
He,
So I think you want to die. I've
hey,
got
if he
a
wants
great
to,
proposition.
if he wants to fight corrupted and he's ready to die, he would be an awesome ally to take to Xanathos. No strings
I think that's
attached.
why she's like, holy shit, I hit the jackpot.
You're like, okay, then.
Yeah. So when you met him, his mindset would be, find as many of these fuckers as I can and kill them until they kill me.
I kill them so hard they die.
And she's like, I have a potentially really, really big, nasty corrupted. It may or may not be corrupted, but there's definitely corrupted in the area.
Motherfuckers, sign me up.
Hell yeah, let's put the heart and the corruption together. And then we
Shit,
do
that's
the
all you
arm
had
grab.
Shit, bug, that's all you had to say.
Would you break my arm?
Okay, I guess I have a question for the two that are not destining themselves to die to corrupted. If a large bug per se, like, decided to throw hands, would you hesitate on killing them at any point?
I feel like it would depend on how the interaction went.
Yeah.
Because I will say, jack beetles are, like, not a common subspecies of underdwellers, but they show up relatively enough. And those guys are literally just like, you pull up to a bar, a jack beetle sees you, and then they stare at you across the room, and it's like, hey!
Am I gonna die?
Let's fight! and you guys already heard the spiel from Reduvius on what jack beetles are like. They literally are, they just want to fight to prove who's stronger and has a harder carapace. They don't kill each other, they just fight each other. And other people.
yeah.
It's like rams smashing their skulls together.
Basically, yeah. So, like,
Nice.
fights are, in a way, culturally common in the Underdwell if a jack beetle was involved. So I feel like there's a potential... That's what I'm saying. It would depend on how the first interaction went. Because a jack beetle wants to fight you guys all the time. And there isn't, like, a murder rate escalation on jack beetles specifically. Unless you guys are having a bad day, I guess. But
So,
Okay.
so if it's like a jack beetle situation, then yeah, she wouldn't kill a jack beetle who wanted to throw down. She probably also wouldn't entertain it very long. She'd
Yeah.
try and just figure out a way to either get away or just be like, go fight them, fuck off.
Wait. So the concept I have with them is their mind gains clarity if they are like fighting something, weirdly enough to become like more conversational almost in a way if they are combating something. So I like the idea of them being that jack beetle essence of just like, I'm gonna fight something because like, well, that sounds fun, and then over time it's like, actually hold up, you're cool, you're good at this, can I come with you?
Oh yeah. Alice would eat that shit up.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm thinking now we're like on our way in a settlement and then you two get into a fight and Sarah's just sitting there waiting.
you pull out a watch that doesn't work because you're in the Underdwell.
Yeah.
Don't send up some tea.
It's more like looks at broken watch. Okay, can we wrap this up? We gotta go.
No, I'm just imagining, like, oh, hold on. This is one-sided, which is not what I'm imagining. Okay, but imagine a sequence like this, where in the background is the two of them fighting while Sarah's getting like she's buying provisions and stuff like that. You're getting a drink. You're rolling it down like I need 2-3 beds for the night. Okay, yeah, here you go.
Hold on a second.
Go to the store. I need 10 supplies. Okay. Are you going to like a heated environment? There's in the background.
It really is that Spider-Man fight.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's that. That's what I'm now imagining. And instead of the fight lasts for like an hour as you're walking, because the towns aren't big in the Underdog usually, so you just go from one place to the other and just fighting in the background.
Doing some light shopping.
Okay, here's your change. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. That's a great backstory. And it also drives for him to look for a harder competition, because it's like, well, if I'm in fights more often, then I have clarity of mind. Why would I not want to go on the big fight mission? That sounds great.
And then Eliphas is literally just, oh, you're looking for a place to die? You want to follow us then?
Don't tell.
Then one last thing I will add, for your guys's, I guess, knowledge, not necessarily like to adapt to anything. So Sarai is an agent of the Hunter Queen, right? So in between you killing your kin, you actually have a job.
Yeah.
And that is sort of like where your funding and training and other things come from. You, Sarai, would know that Reduvius, when a spot, I don't know if they say a spot is open, because it makes it sound like there's a finite amount, which there's not necessarily. But you have the sneaking suspicion that your not brother-in-law is like, I don't mean this in a creepy YouTuber way. He is grooming Eliphas